All right. Good morning. Hey, Holly, good morning. That's fine, my love. I'm just glad you're here. Just glad you're here. We got a little bit of time before class starts, so no rush. This is the perfect time to just get what you need for class. Refill your water bottle, you know. Marina, yes. Hey, Holly. Florida is terrible. I don't like it. Hi, Anita. Hey, Nicolette. Hi, Stephanie. Yes. Good morning. I know the chat isn't really loading on the screen as quickly as usual. So glad you're all here. Hi, Yasna. Yes, hello. There we go. Now it's loading. One thing that's a relief is it's actually finally cooled off. All throughout November, it was upper mid 80 degrees. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. I don't know how much longer I can live here, but it's definitely not long. So it's now finally cooled off, but I'm definitely manifesting a big change for myself and Kamar. Because, moving has a way of changing your perspective on things and making you realize what's truly important. And that's all I can say about that. The rest is a secret. Until I can say it with confidence, because I don't want to get ahead of myself. And how are you guys? Oh yes, Anita, good evening. I believe you are in Germany. I think. Also, Yasna is in Croatia. Miriam is in France. So, yeah, good morning and good evening. Good afternoon. It's literally everything. Yes, I know it's been cold at night in LA. I miss it. I really miss it. Oh, yes, here we go. Yasna and Marina can talk to themselves. Yeah, I know that. I think Anita in Germany is she deep in the snow? She doing snow times. I'm jealous. One thing that I am very upset about is that I am not in California during this absolutely historic, amazing snow season, because snowboarding is something that I love to do. And I'm not there for it, but that's okay, because there will be another season, and I plan on being back for it. I fly out to see my dad today. Pray we don't murder. I will think all the good thoughts today. Good luck on those travels, my dear. Stephanie, we need a little FaceTime. We need a little FaceTime. Gotta talk to you about some stuff. Yes, please come to the Discord. Please come to the Discord, Marina. We need your energy. Okay, so let's talk about what we're doing today, because I could literally sit in this chair and talk to you all day about everything. But we are here to do class, so we're gonna do a class. So we're gonna do a pose that's called dancer's pose. At least that's where we're going to get to. So this is gonna require a lot of balance on that one leg and a lot of like back bend opening, chest opening situation in order for you to even reach back and get a leg. Yeah. So things that can be helpful, especially if you're really tight, is if you have a strap of some kind, if it's difficult to grab your foot behind you. Blocks can be really helpful too, especially as we go through the warm-up. Yeah, yay Marina, yes, I'll send it to you. Okay, so I'm gonna swap cameras. We're gonna head to the other place. We're going to the other place. Are you ready to come with me to the other place? Here we are. I'm also thinking like, what's my music for today? I've been so bad about making playlists. I've just been busy. I've been busy making so much shit and not playlists. I'm sorry. So again, yoga strap can be super helpful. Strappies. I also have yoga blocks always because I always kind of find a reason to need them, especially because we're going to be opening up your hip flexors a lot, right? Because when we're doing dancer's pose, I know a lot of people just think of back bends as being something that your back does, but it really is an entire body position. If your hip flexors are really tight, it's going to be difficult to get that leg behind you, yeah? You guys ready to go? You ready? I can tell you're ready. Let's fucking do it. I can tell. All right, let's get started seated actually. I'm gonna bring my phone with me. Woohoo! Oh my God, I'm so excited. My love Violet is here. What's up, Violet? Hell yes. Hey Shayla, good morning. I'm gonna scoot this back a little bit. Hope you guys can see me okay. Maybe I'll turn this light up a little bit. All right, so we're gonna get started seated. A little crisscross applesauce. I know we've been kind of starting every class with a nice kind of core situation, and I wanna do that again. All right, so from your seated position, get your sit bones nice and grounded underneath you. Snuggle that ass into the ground. Relax your shoulders down your back. And we're gonna do 5 breaths right here, okay? Full, complete inhalations and exhalations. Good, 2 more just like that. All right. And when you finish off that last one, the only thing I want you to do is just move your torso side to side. Just like you're sliding your ribs from right to left. And the next time your ribs are over to the right, let's keep them there. And then I want you to lean forward, open up your chest to the front, and take it to the left. Full body circle Sufi grinds. Good, we'll do one more in this direction. And then switch directions. Nice, nice. Last one. And when you make it back to the front, reset by coming into a contracted shape. Take your legs out from that cross position right in front of you, and we're gonna go into a boat position. I know we've been working our boats kind of all last week, so we're bringing them back today. Toes can stay on the ground, or you can lift them up like I have them right here. Hanging onto the thighs, lifting up through your chest, and then digging the shoulder blades down your back. You got 10 more seconds. Nothing crazy, right? Of course, we're gonna make it a little bit crazier because that's my style. Last 3, last 2, and 1. Let's lengthen out your legs in front of you. We're going into a low boat. I want you to know that I'm kind of back on my low back sacrum area. And then we're gonna bring everything back up. So that's an exhale breath, yeah? Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, bring it up. Let's do 8 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lengthen back out. Bring more of your back onto the ground, just above the shoulder blades. And then I want you to bring your right knee in. Nice. Switch legs. Switch legs. Switch legs. Switch. Switch. Good. If your low spine is trying to lift off the ground and your hip flexors are starting to sound clicky, I want you to push, 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 push with everything you got. Low spine into the ground. We got 10. Good. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug both knees in, relax. And circle out your knees. Ooh. I'm feeling awake. I'm feeling alive. Other direction. All right. Bring everything back in. Lengthen your little leggies up towards the sky. You can point, you can flex, whatever feels the most comfortable. Let's get into your upper abs here. Hands are gonna come behind your head. Open up your elbows nice and wide. Apply a little bit of pressure into the ground with your low back. It's like the slightest little tuck. Now take a breath in. Exhale, lift up your head, neck, and shoulders, and then bring it back down. Lift, lower, lift, lower. I'm bringing my shoulder blades back down to the ground, but I'm keeping my head up. Good, you've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay up on that last one. Reach both of your arms. Little pick, pick, reach, reach. I promise this is the final part of our little abdominal warm-up because honestly, the rest of class, I really want to focus on opening the front body, but I want to get all of this ready for you. Last 10. Good. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back. Circle out the legs again. And then we're gonna circle these bad boys all the way down to the ground, but I want you to keep your knees bent, yeah? Feet are gonna be hip width distance or wider. They can be further away from you or closer. We're just going into a bridge position. So push into the ground, lift up your hips. Focus on your posterior tilt, so that means you're trying to tuck your tailbone underneath you and create a lot of length all the way towards the knees. Great, great. Let's lift up your heels, a little releve. And then from the upper spine, roll down one backbone at a time. Heels come back to the ground. Let's go again. Lift up your hips, keep that tuck. Elevate through the heels, and again, roll down. Heels down. One more time, hips lift, because you guys know I like to do things in threes. Elevate, and roll everything back down. Nicely done. Pick up your feet, scoot your hips to the right. Notice I'm kind of using my abs in order to do that. And then I want you to bring your right leg over to the left-hand side. The left leg goes behind you, and you're gonna roll all the way over onto your side. You're like Burt Reynolds on a bearskin rug, yeah? Now, bring your left heel in towards your butt. That's your back foot. And I want your right hand to reach back and try to grab the inside of your foot. Nice. Maybe you kick that leg a little bit further away from you. Maybe you even extend through this right leg. So we're doing just a really informal cat grabbing its tail. Nothing crazy. Nice. Let's release, bring everything back in. Same process now. I want you to pick up your hips, scoot them over to your left. Separate the legs, bring your left leg over to your right hand side, and you're gonna roll all the way over onto your side body. Nice. Now this right leg, it's the one that's behind you. Left hand is gonna grab for the inside edge of that foot. Left leg can even extend out. We're in this kind of super chill version again of our cat grabbing its tail. All right, let's bring it back to center. Oh. Hands are gonna come into your knee pits. Let's rock and roll. Our goal is to make it all the way through to tabletop and back into downward facing dog. I know, that's a lot of things to think of. I'm taking off my socks because I need my feet. So the ways that you can get back there, you can cross and roll over the front of your shins. You can just sit up, roll off to one side and make it through. Or we're just going straight back. Spreading out your paws nice and wide, pushing your hips up and back. Now, since it's our first time in this downward facing dog, I want you to take your time warming up. Now, that warm up can look really different for everybody. That can look like pedaling out your legs, swiveling your hips side to side. We're going to do some dynamic movement in this in about 10 seconds. Good, last 3. Last 2. Very good, and 1. Let's do our high plank to down dog rolls. We're gonna do a total of 5. Not too crazy. So you're rolling forward, you can bend your knees and push back. Rolling forward, bend the knees, push back. Or you can always just roll forward and pike up and back. Last 2. Last 1. And we're back in down dog. Now let's lift up our heels together, bend our knees, look forward, and we're gonna travel to the front into a standing fold. Let's go feet hip width distance on this first one. Soften into your knees. Roll up and stack your spine, one backbone at a time. And when you make it to the top, Roll out your shoulders a few times. Good. Now let's isolate just one arm. Let's start with the right. I want you to take big backstrokes with the right arm. Big backstrokes with the right arm. We'll do 10 on each side. On your pathway, when you're reaching back, I want that palm to open up away from your body. All right, same thing other side. Total of 10. Three, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Release both of your arms by your side. Step your feet a little bit closer together. If you want, you can keep them hip-width distance throughout all of your sunayas. We'll reach both of your arms up towards the ceiling. Big breath in. And with your exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips, move with a flat spine, sending the sit bones back. Halfway lift, lengthen everything out. And with your exhale, we're gonna do a shape called crouch and curl. So fingertips on the mat, I want you to lift your heels into releve, bend your knees until your hips are in alignment with the knees, and curl your spine, pushing away from the ground. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands. Let's step back into high plank. We're gonna glide forward and lower all the way down to our tummies, nice and slow. All right, starting off with our cobras. Hands by your side body, tailbone nice and long, feet pushing into the ground. Peel up your heart, minimal assistance from your hands. Guide the shoulder blades back. I want you to feel those lats turn on. Melt the rest of the way down. Hands walk back again. Again, we come up. This time, give your hands just a little bit of pressure, but try to really keep the engagement in the back. And back down. We're gonna do one more round. Up we go. This time, maybe a little bit more pressure in the hands, but again, I want you to feel that burn into the back muscles. Elbows are still pointing back. And melt the west of the way back. The west of the way back. I'm just gonna baby talk to you guys the rest of class. And then we'll slither up and back and through into our downward facing dog. Let's take 3 breaths. And then we'll go through the west of our sun A. All right, one more round of breath here. And then we'll start to move. Heels nice and high, bend your knees, look forward, and travel to the front. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up into standing. Exhale, let's reset with Samastitihi, so arms by side body. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, crouch and curl, heels up, bend the knees, contract. Inhale, lengthen out through the legs again. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, step back into high plank. And let's go through chaturanga with the option of coming again all the way down to your tummy, do a cobra and then back. Or you can go into your mid plank and then upward facing dog. So the thighs are lifted off of the ground. Nice. Exhale up and back, down dog. 3 breaths. Every breath so important. Every still moment so important. One more round. Heels nice and high. Bend your knees, look forward, and travel to the front. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up to standing. And exhale, arms by side body. Samastitihi, reset. Again, inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold. Halfway lift. And crouch and curl, bend into your knees. Inhale, lengthen out through the legs. Exhale, fold and plant the hands. Step back to your high plank. Chaturanga your way. Urdhva Mukha or your cobra. And then exhale, take it back into your downward facing dog. Now we're gonna go for a longer reset here. We're gonna go for 5 breaths. Those 5 breaths can be spent. Maybe you wanna add on a twist. Both sides, of course. Maybe you wanna work deeper into the shoulders, lowering your forearms down for dolphin. We have about 3 breaths left or so. So pick your poison. All right, last 2. And nice, last 1. Okay. Kiddos, we're making it back to the front of our mat. So lift your heels, bend your knees, do the thing. You can hop there, step there. And when you make it there, I just want you to do an elephant walk. So bend one knee, lengthen and straighten the other. This next part of class, it might be helpful to have some blocks because we're gonna get really deep into the hip flexor and hamstrings. All right. Let's straighten both of your legs. I'm gonna walk my blocks kind of back by my feet, and then I'll step back into my nice and deep low lunge. All right. So here, tailbone is nice and long, chest is open to the front. We're gonna be working on opening these places, but also really working on your active flexibility. So muscle contractions while in a stretched position. Move back into a hamstring stretch. This can be like so, or you can even put your knee down on the ground. Back and forth a few times. Inhale and exhale. Let's do 3 more. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. Nice. The next time you're forward into your hip flexor stretch, let's stay. And I want you to get kind of light on your fingertips. I don't want you to feel like your weight is kind of dumping down. I want you to feel really in control here. And then just lower and tap your knee to the ground and lift it back up. Notice my head is not changing height. The only thing moving is my back leg. Nice. You've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's keep that back knee down. Move into a deeper hamstring stretch, which can be your half split, your half kneeling. Maybe you're already feeling okay. You want to do even a 3/4 split, or your full splits are already accessible. I'm going to give you all those options. I'm kind of surprised I feel okay with a full split right now. All right. We've got 10 more seconds. If you're in something like a full split or in a full half kneeling, let's start to bring ourselves back into a bent position here. Now, I'm gonna bring my arms and my blocks to the inside of my leg, and I'm gonna do a little test for my knee if it's into it today. bending into my left leg so I can reach back with my left hand and go for a quad stretch. Ways in which your blocks can be really helpful, sticking them underneath your butt. You can also take some padding underneath your left knee if it feels like that's the thing that's preventing you from getting into this quad stretch today. Holy shit. How's everybody else's quads doing today? Pretty good, right? Same here. All right, you got 5 more seconds. And then we'll really gently let go of this foot. Goodbye. Drop it back behind you. And then we'll counter it with a runner stretch like so, just so that you can get the pressure off of your knee. Take a moment. And then let's work on the other side. So rebend into the front knee. Step left foot forward. If you want to go for another elephant walk here, bending, 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 extending, go for it. And we'll do the other side. So left foot stays, right foot steps back. Hip flexors. Oh, my left side is always so much tighter. Anybody else? All right, back and forth we go. So lengthen through the front leg, dive, and rebend into the front knee. Lengthen back out, and back into the front knee. We'll do 3 more. So I know that we do this exercise a lot, and it's because I believe that open and strong hip flexors and hamstrings really kind of are your best bet to pulling off a lot of these difficult shapes, whether it's handstands, any kind of inversion, balancing positions. All of these are going to be assisted and helped if this part of your body is a lot stronger and more open. Yeah. Now let's bring it back into our front bent knee position. We're nice and light on these fingertips. My head's in one spot. I'm going to lower my back knee and lift it, really lengthening through that right side. When I'm in that full extension, you could bounce 10 quarters off my ass. That thing is solid back there. Last 7, 6, right? We're engaged, we're active. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's keep that knee down. Hamstring stretch of your choice, half split, half kneeling. I did the splits on the other side. Leg can come forward. You can work into full splitty bitties. That's the technical term. Yeah, you heard it here first. Splitty bitties is the term of the day. We got 10 more seconds. Keep striving towards squareness. Activity. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring ourselves back. We're going to rebend into our front knee and get ready for that quad situation. So again, just test the waters. Does my knee like bending today? Do I need to support myself in a better way? Do I need padding on my knees? You get to choose, babies. Again, just constantly think about the tailbone tucking underneath you. It's going to add to the intensity for that hip flexor and that quad. Last 3. Last 2. And we'll let go of that leg on 1. Counter it with another one of these. Runner stretch, knee is lifted, knee gets a lot of relief with that. And then we'll bring it back into the front leg. We'll step it forward and take another forward fold. Now you can bend into your knees and kind of take another elephant walk. Our goal is to make it back to downward facing dog in about 10 seconds. Now I want to give you a few options for getting back into that downward facing dog. If you want to practice jump backs, you can practice jump backs. If you're feeling just a lot more open, you want to practice some inversions, some handstands, pressing, crow pose into handstand. I'm going to give you guys about 10 or 15 seconds or so to practice that, right? So options abound. Options everywhere. My legs feel ready, but not my arms. We'll be in down dog in 10 seconds. Meeting me there in 5. And we're back to our downward facing on 1. Nicely done, everybody. Let's lift up our right leg, open up our hip, bend into your knee. Option to drop this foot behind you, push the hips up towards the sky, and take a big reach with your right arm. Great, let's bring it back around, 3-legged dog. And we're gonna go knee to nose, big step through low lunge. Open up the hip flexor, inhale, breath. Exhale, pull back, stretch out your hamstring. And then let's rebend into the front knee. Step forwards into forward fold. Rise up to standing, and I want you to lift up your left leg. Now remember last week we were doing like those really fun is a generous word. We were doing those crossover things because we were doing all this work for our eagle pose. On here, we're just going to do external rotations. If you need to hang on to a wall while you do these, make it happen. We're just coming back and around. Let's do 3 more. Last 2. Last one. When you make it back, lengthen out through your left leg and step into your high crescent. Hell yeah, you did it. Now let's lengthen forwards, reach both of your arms back. Good, again, inhale up. Exhale back. One more time, inhale up. Exhale back. Now I want you to stay pitched forward. Inhale, reach just your left arm to the front of your space. Exhale, warrior 2, open up. Make sure your feet feel like they're in the right spot for you. Right heel is going to bisect the left arch of your foot. Nice deep lunge into that right leg. I want to try to see knees over ankles. Arms reach to front and back, flip right palm, reverse warrior. Good, exhale, side angle. Right arm can start on the thigh, left arm reaches high. You can evolve into your full extended side angle. Nice, take a breath in. Exhale, come back to warrior 2. Now listen, I want us to inhale, pivot off your back foot into your high crescent. You may need to hop that foot out a little bit wider. Very good. Now let's go into our revolved. So right arm reaches back, left arm reaches forward, and let's take it into exalted. Open up that hip flexor by reaching your left arm up and back. Now let's bring the left hand down to the ground. You're staying rotated, landing in your low lunge twist. And then we'll roll to the outside edge of your left foot, and you can step your right foot back into your full side plank. You can go into your modified side plank. And when you're in those side plank positions, I want to offer up a tricky little position. This is called partridge pose, and you can do it from modified or your full side plank. Right leg is going to come in towards you. Capture the top of the ankle, top of the foot, and start to kick that foot back behind you. From your modified position, it is the same exact thing. You may feel like you can get even more space because you're not then wrestling with the balance of that position. I know it's a hard one to stay in, so stay for just 3 more seconds. Good, last 2. And 1, release that foot. Come back to your high plank and move through your chaturanga if you want to take it. You can also just go back into down dog if your shoulders feel gassed. Reset in your down dog for 3 breaths because we got to do the other side, and then run through 1 more time, adding in our peak pose. By the way, if you did that partridge pose, I mean, that's like a peak pose on its own, for real. Tough one. All right, left leg lifts. Hip opens, bend into your knee. Let's drop this back behind us and really push through the hips. That's the action that we want. All right, let's bring it back around, knee to nose, step through low lunge. Inhale, open chest to the front. Exhale, pull back into your stretch. Rebend into the front knee, step your right foot forwards, and then rise all the way up to standing. Right leg lifts, and we're doing our external circles. 3, 2. So good. Last 1. Once it's back behind you, do your tilt, your weight shift, so that you can land in your high crescent. Inhale, breath. Exhale, lean forward, reach the arms back. Inhale, back up. Exhale, forward. 1 more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lean it forward. Just the right arm, reach it to the front. Exhale, open up into your warrior 2. Good. Once you got your feet in position, your arms reaching, knee stacked over your ankle, flip your left palm to the sky, reverse warrior. And with your exhale, side angle. Right arm reaching high, or you take that big swing with the arm, move into your full extended. Breath in. Exhale, warrior 2. Okay. Now here comes that pivot, up and off of your back foot, back into your high crescent. Again, you can step and widen it out if you need it. Let's open up into our twist. Exalted. Big stretch. All along the front of the hip flexor, even deep into the psoas, man. This shit goes places. All right. Right hand comes down to the inside of your left foot. Getting ready to move back into our side plank modified or noa. Knee can be down. Now, if you tried it with me on the other side, partridge. Capturing the top of the foot, kicking that leg behind you, opening up the front line of the chest. I'm honestly impressed that I'm still talking while doing this. Great, last 3. Last 2. Holy shit. Last 1, get out of there. High to mid. Upward facing. And back into downward facing. Again, reset with your breath here in your down dog, with your forearms on the ground. If you even want to take a child's pose or a big shoulder opener, words are so hard for me today. Shoulder opener, like puppy pose. Then take that shape. Taking this little break before we head through our final version of this flow with all the little challenges I want to pop in there for you guys. You can also just sit like me and drink water and assess your life choices, you know? All right, 10 more seconds. You guys got this. We're gonna be back in down dog in 3, in 2. Nicely done. Back in down dog. Here's where we pull out all the stops. You got it. I believe in you. From that down dog, right leg lifts. Hip opens, bend into the knee. Drop it back behind you if you wanted to do this on the other side. You can also rotate all the way around into your wheel, but I really only want you to do this if this is something that you do all the time, because it can be really dangerous to do on your own for the first time. Key to getting out of this, the hand that rotated, start the rotation for yourself, yeah? We're back in our 3-legged dog. We're going knee to nose, step through low lunge. Open up the hip. Exhale, move back into that stretch. Rebend into your knee, and I want you to listen to this transition. Push all the way up to standing single-legged. Yes. Externally rotate, big swoop back, and I want you to keep it back there. Reach back with your left arm and grab for the inside of the foot. So if you were to look back, you should be able to see the bottom of your foot and the palm of your hand at the same time. Yeah? Zip everything together. Reach your right arm up. Dancer's pose, Natarajasana, here we go. Start by just kicking hand into foot. Then start to lean forwards. Now, if grabbing the foot feels like it's limiting your range, sometimes I like to grab around my ankle or my shin area and really kick. Now here's where you are looking becomes very important. This is called drishti, your focus. If you're a dancer, it's like the same thing as spotting, right? It's what keeps you on your line. Stay with me for 3. Good, for 2. And 1, let's release. Big step back. High crescent. Just one time, let's sweep the arms back, lean forward. Reach through the left arm, up and over, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Good, exhale, side angle. Full extended as another option. Breath in. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale back up into your high crest. Open up into your revolved. And then we got exalted. Now your exalted can stay as it were if you want to do some crazy shit today, in addition to the crazy shit you've already done. Get a little bit bendier in that back leg. See if you can reach back for your calf, even like your heel area. I mean, this is hella balance. For 3, 2, and 1. Nice, bring it back down. Left hand to the inside of the foot. I'm not gonna make you do partridge pose again. You can just go into your regular side plank, your modified side plank, or you can grab for a toe, work your Padagustasana in your side plank. You can even release that foot, drop it back behind you, going for 1 more of these. And then we'll make it back around, move through our high to mid. Guys, final round, are you excited? I am. This has been quite the journey, gotta admit. I always come in with a loose plan, and this has evolved into quite the situation. All right, left leg lifts, hip opens. And then we'll drop this foot behind you. Opening up your chest, boom, boom. Or you rotate it all the way around into your wheel. Good, if you're doing this wheel, you need to come back around. Turn the hand that you based on first, and then back into your three-legged. Nice. Come through. Open up the hip. Pull back on the hip. And then rebend into the knee and bring it up into your single-legged. We're so close. Take it up and around. Capture the foot. You're grabbing for the inside edge. Yeah? So it's like I'm thumbs up hitchhiking. Left arm reaches up, zip everything together. Breath in. And then exhale, just kick the foot into the hand. When you're out of kicks, then start to lean forward and do the work. You can also grab a little bit lower, like I suggested before, if you feel like it frees up some more space for you. But keep thinking about squaring the hips down, and then look at one thing in front of you. I'm looking at my old Burning Man book. It's the perfect thing to spot right now. Last 3. Last 2. Nice, last one, bring it back. Step it back into your high crescent without eating shit like me. And then warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Yes, yes, yes. Full extension, breath in. Exhale, take it back. Warrior 2. Now let's pivot off that back foot back into your high crescent so that we can open into our open twist. Now you can do your exalted, hooray, this is hard enough. Or if you're like, God damn it, Tracy, you made me do that shit on the other side. I almost died, but now I have to do it on this side. So the key is always to bend the back leg. I promise, it helps. Stay focused. I'm just trying to get a little bit deeper. All right. Did you see that recovery? Take the right hand down to the inside of your left foot, and then move through your final side plank or side plank variations. Padagustasana. Big grab. Foot can release, you can have one more. And then move through your very last chaturanga. Upward facing. And downward facing dog. Nicely done, everybody. Let's bring your knees down to the ground. Rest your shoulders. Rest your body for a moment. Reset, reground. And then we're going to take our final shapes all on the ground. And then we're going to call it a day. Doesn't that sound lovely? All right. So from this kneeling position, we're going to come forwards, cross right leg behind left, open up a big pizza slice and sit your butt between. If your butt can't make it to the ground, you can grab a block, a bolster, or a pillow, sit on that. Or you can just completely omit sitting in this position and do it from your back. So everything stays the same here. You just take it down and grab for opposing shin bones. This is nice because then you're not beholden to the same 90-degree laws like when you're sitting on a flat floor. So we're getting into our outer hips, and you can get deeper into those outer hips by walking forward. Only spending 4 more breaths here. But those are full breaths, right? We're not rushing. We're not hyperventilating. Great, last breath. And then we will get out of here. If you're on your back, just switch the legs. If you're working your Gomukhasana with me, come forwards, uncross, and then recross on the other side. Wow, that's hard to do with one hand. Ooh. It's me, your favorite hot mess yoga teacher. Great. If you went deeper from your seated position, work for it. You can essentially create the same thing from your back just by lengthening your spine, drawing the knees close towards your chest and the feet closer to your hips. I notice an underhand grip helps when doing that because it kind of entices the shoulders to stay close to the ground. Great, we got 4 more breaths. My life is just cat hair. All right, let's bring you back up. Instead of going forwards, let's just lean back and do windshield wipers. You can do the windshield wipers from your back as well. Just undo those hippies. And then we'll take it all the way down to the ground. And this is when I want you to kind of assess the situation for yourself. What are the last shapes that you need in order to have a rad final meditation? Maybe you just bring the knees in towards your chest. Maybe it's happy babies, straddles, shoulder stands, right? Because we did all those back bends. So it's really nice to kind of fold everything up and counter those shapes. So y'all have about 60 seconds or so to explore. And when you're ready, coming onto your back, doing 3 minutes here. Soften your jaw. No need to force your breath. My love, start to rock your head side to side. And if there's a space, an orientation that your head naturally wants to turn to, follow it all the way onto your side. And then pushing yourself up to your seat. Take a moment to thank yourself, thank your space. If there was anybody practicing alongside you, thank them as well. Thank you for letting me teach you. Ooh. And you guys did amazing. Oh, my legs are gonna feel that one. Eesh. Eesh. Good job, everybody. Rebecca, thank you, Rebecca. Oh my God, I love having you in class. I know, Marina the quads. Yes, Jelena, happy to be your hot mess teacher. Happy to provide. Oh, thanks, Steph. Thank you, Miss Shayla. So, schedule will be really normal through the end of the year. Next week, Kamar will be joining us, so get ready for that. We miss having Kamar in class. So excited to have him and to have him have a day off. Lord knows he needs it. Yay, no work. And yoga with you at 12:30, so luxurious, right? Snap, crackle, pop. Oh, yes. I know it's so crazy, like during this time. So I'm so grateful that you guys created time in your week that's so major, because a lot of people, it just gets so overwhelming that you're like, no, I don't have time for myself. I need to do all this shit. But you guys made time for yourselves today. So I hope that you give yourself a lot of love for that. Yes, family yoga's back. Pie's here, but I think she's just being sleepy cat. She's in the basket, being a basket baby, like usual. Yeah, it'll be great. So this week, same thing as usual. Like we'll have the beginner's class. I was like, what are words? I'm a little stoned right now. Pies next churros. I am going to give her a churro from you. I'm going to let her know who gave it to her. So Thursday, beginner's yoga, like I was saying. Just beginner's class. Whatever we do is what we do. And then no class on Friday, but I have some recordings from last week that I'm going to be like pushing out and stuff. And then on New Year's Eve next week, we're going to be doing a special class, kind of just a really like chill yin and yang intention setting for the New Year space clearing. So hope you guys can make it to that. It would be awesome to see you there. I'll be posting all the details and stuff. Yeah. You guys did great. I adore you all so much. Yay! Yes, bring mom. We love having family in class. Yeah, it'll be good to kind of like bring something to write with. Do a little intention setting. Yeah, we did it last year. I think that was the first time I did it. And I kind of want to make it like a annual tradition. Yes, go Marina's mom. We love it. Yeah, it'll be the perfect blend of activity and lazy times because hopefully people have a day off, you know. All right, my darlings. Well, I have a lot of work to do, a lot of editing to do. I got to upload. Well, it is uploaded. I just have to like make the things for it. Last Thursday's class and then the slow flow that we did. I have to edit that together. So I'm going to log off, give you guys back your time. You did amazing today. I love you all so much. I can't wait to see you this week or next if I don't see you on Thursday. You too, Nicolette. Thanks for coming. Thank you, Miriam. You too. Thank you, Yasna. Thanks, Marina. So good to have you in class again. Adore you to bits. Bye, everybody. Have a beautiful day. Thank you. Thank you.